Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Inamur Rahman Shahid, and today we are going to discuss PLCs, and our main concern is to discuss FATEC PLC. So first of all, moving towards introduction, basically PLC stands for Programmable Logic Control. So today we are going to discuss different topics, in which the first is we are going to discuss what is PLC, why we use PLC instead of microcontroller like Arduino or PIC microcontroller, and then after we will discuss introduction to FATEC PLC. So first of all, moving towards PLC, that what is PLC? So students, basically PLC is nothing but an advanced form of microcontroller. It is usually used in industries because of its flexibility and ease of use. It can be attached with computer via serial port as well as USB port. PLC is used when we need to automate anything, just like microcontroller, and we attach our sensors and actuators etc. with PLCs, and then insert some programming code in it and let it do its job. You also have seen automated lifts. They all are operated with PLC. And we also use timers, counters, registers in PLC and can get any kind of output we want. We can program PLC with different languages, and the most of commonly used language for PLC is named as ladder logic. Now we are going to discuss two things which are basically internal overview of PLC, and then after types of PLCs. So first of all, internal overview of PLC, in which number one is power supply. So students, basically this section, power supply, provides power to the PLC. Basically it is operated on basically the PLC we are going to use has basically operated on 220 volt AC. So when I provide 220 volt AC to a PLC, it is got activated and start performing its function. After that, the second point is central processing unit. It is basically the actual brain of PLC. It is further divided into several parts such as RAM, random access memory, ROM, read-only memory, EPROM, microcontroller, etc. The programming code is uploaded in the CPU, and according to that program it performs its function. And the third part is input-output section. Basically this section is one from where PLC communicates with the external world. Basically this section is the one from where PLC communicates with the external world. We can attach sensors to the inputs of PLC and can operate our motors, actuators from the output of PLC. Now we are going towards types of PLC. So students, basically we have different types of PLCs available in the market, manufactured by different companies. First of all, Allen Bradley, which we studied earlier. After that, Siemens, and then FATEC PLC, and there are many more PLCs in the market. So today we are going to discuss FATEC PLC. Now, why use PLC instead of microcontroller? That's very important question, students. So my dear students, basically microcontroller is normally used in small products where you need to control some sensors or some motors, etc. But when we talk about big automated plants in industries, then PLC is always preferred over microcontroller. Now, flexibility. The reason for preferring PLC over microcontroller in big projects is because of its flexibility and ease of use. Students, basically PLC can be programmed frequently with computer. Suppose you have an automated system and you find some bug in it which you want to remove, then what you need to do is simply attach a computer with a PLC of that plant and make changes in the code, which isn't possible with a microcontroller. Now, memory. Moreover, students, basically PLC has lot of memory. You can add any size of data in it. Long life. PLC is also long life as compared to microcontroller. Students, PLC has basically built-in cards to control heavy AC voltages. You can get any kind of voltage from PLC such that 220 volt AC etc. But if you wanna get such voltages from microcontroller, then you must have to add some extra circuitry. So, in short, in all industrial automated plants, PLC is used. Now moving towards FATEC PLC. Students, basically FATEC Automation Corporation was established in 1992 in Taiwan by a group of engineers engaged in PLC design and development for many years. Here in the diagram, here in the picture, you can see the FATEC PLC FBS 20MA. Basically, there are many kinds of FATEC PLCs. Here I am going to discuss just FATEC PLC FBS 20MA because it is very cheap and has enough input-output ports sufficient for our project. That is why I'm going to prefer it as a task to optimize the cost as well. So now the software used for simulation is WinPro Ladder, and the link is given in the description from where you can download this software and install on your PC. The software name is WinPro Ladder, used for FATEC PLC. Now, student, this is basically the FATEC PLC FBS 20MA, in which basically we have section 1, section 2, section 3. I'm going to discuss each of all section. So first of all, moving towards section number 1. Students, section 1 is basically indicating the status of input pins. If inputs are off, then this section will remain as shown in above figure. But if any of the inputs get high, then the respective pin indicator will also glow into red, which indicates that this pin is on. It also helps while you are writing programming code for the PLC. Now moving towards section number 2. Section 2 basically indicates the status of PLC. If PLC is powered up, you can see POW. If the PLC is powered up, then the POW LED will go red. If you have uploaded the code in the PLC and start it, then the run LED will go. Here you can see that basically if PLC is powered up and then students, basically if you have uploaded the code in the PLC and start it, then the run LED will go red, and if your code has some error, then ERR LED will glow. Okay, now moving towards section number 3 indicates the status of output pins. It will tell you which output is currently on. Now we have section 4 and section 5. So students, in the below image I have indicated section 4 and section 5. As you can see, these are the input output sections. If you have a look at it closely, then you can see there are 2 rows of screws where you plug your wires for inputs. Here you can see 2 rows of screws for the input and 1 row for the output. You can see here. So we have 2 basically rows of screws where we can plug our wires for inputs and outputs, and above them they are also labeled with white color. So it goes like that: first row of labeling is for first rows of screws and second row is for second row of screws. You can see the labeling here and similar labeling here. We also have 2 rows of screws at the output side. So first moving towards more detail, section 4 basically. Section 4 is the input pin section. So if you check above, there are inputs from X0 to X13. Students, basically we basically denote our inputs from X0 to X13. These are our input pins, which makes it overall 14 inputs. So we have 14 inputs in this FATEC PLC. Moreover, there are 2 pins labeled as plus 24 volt and minus 24 volt. Here you can see which PLC is providing us. So if you want to give any input to this PLC, you have to make sure that it's 24 volt. Otherwise PLC not gonna recognize it. Now we are going towards section number 5. Section 5 is basically the output pin section, and you can see there are total 9 outputs starting from Y0 to Y8. Basically we denote our outputs from Y, and you can see Y0 to Y8. We have basically these outputs, 9 outputs. Okay, now you are getting confused with C0 and C0 to C6. As you can see, C0, C2, C4, C6, and these different kind of stuff. Okay, so now students, basically C pins are actually the voltage setter. Let me explain. In projects there are different outputs are required, like your motor is running at 12 volt DC while your solenoid valve is running at 220 volt AC. So there is a needle to set these voltages at the output. Yes, C pins are used, voltage setter pins. Suppose you need to give 12 volt output at Y0 and Y1, then give this 12 volt at C0, and when Y0 or Y1 is on, then they will give 12 volt at output. In short, let me explain. When output gets on, it is actually connecting with their respective C pin. I am repeating, students, when output gets on, it is actually connecting with their respective C pin. Okay, and C pins, I am repeating, it is basically a voltage setter pin. Now as we can see the port 0, let me explain. Now you can see the port 0. Basically port 0 in the above image, this is the port where you plug your serial wire in PLC and connects it with your computer in order to upload the programming code. So now students, we are going towards our software for simulation, which is WinPro ladder software, and we will basically simulate some logical gates in our software. So now moving towards the software. So students, now I'm going to open WinPro ladder software. Now it's open.